It was January when Mikel Arteta implored Arsenal supporters to jump in this boat. It's going to be fun. Well, that boat has finally arrived, and for the first time in months, their fans are daring to dream. Tension was in the air at Emirates Stadium yesterday evening, but it soon turned into excitement as the Gunners delivered a performance reminiscent of the 2023-24 campaign when they scored a club record 91 Premier League goals. That side didn't think about what the opposition would bring to the table. Their plans centered on what damage they themselves could inflict. The same happened here. A switch had seemingly flicked in Arsenal players' minds. Why play to survive when you can batter your opponent into submission? 13 shots peppered the Fulham goal in the first half, 5 on target, in what was, according to Arteta, their best opening 45 minutes of the season. There was a minor asterisk of sorts. Marco Silva claimed that his Fulham side had been hit by a virus. But that should not take away from how utterly dominant Arsenal were in the first period. Victor Gyökeres struck twice, in a bustling performance to add to the penalty he won and converted in last week's Champions League semi-final first leg at Atletico Madrid. It was Bukayo Saka, though, the architect, showing his best form since suffering a hip injury in January, which was followed by an Achilles issue last month. For the opening goal, Saka twisted and turned to leave Anthony Robinson on the seat of his pants before setting up Gyökeres with the simplest of tap-ins. The roles were then reversed as the Swede then assisted Saka, playing a neat reverse pass which the winger struck past former Gunners goalkeeper Bernd Leno at his near post. For those who questioned whether Saka would ever regain the speed and agility which propelled him to among the best wingers in world football, those worries were wide of the mark. His injury woes are now fully behind him, and it is Saka who can play a defining role in getting Arsenal over the line for a first Premier League title in 22 years, the club's longest drought since they were first crowned champions in the 1930s. Those of a negative persuasion could ask why it took until May for this bold approach to transpire. The counter-argument, of course, is that the Gunners are clicking into gear just at the right time. There's still plenty of football to be played, 3 Premier League games, to be precise. Yet if the North London club play in this ruthless, free-flowing manner in these final weeks against West Ham, Burnley and Crystal Palace, Manchester City will have to be perfect to deny them the title. Momentum is now on their side, and that is so crucial in a title race run-in. There was a feeling of hope and excitement at the Emirates which has been missing for some time as the nerves took over. Those thoughts of apprehension, of the team's fallibilities and how strong City are in these situations were soon blown away by the intensity of Arsenal's performance. A corner may have now been turned. As Arteta himself said afterwards, this was a critical game. Arteta also deserves credit for starting Miles Lewis-Skelly in midfield for the first time. The teenager wriggled past challenges and kept trying to play the ball forward into attacking areas and generally looked completely at ease in the middle of the park. With Martin Zubimendi having looked tired of late, Lewis-Skelly is a solid option for these final weeks and should be utilized. This wouldn't be an Arsenal performance without its vulnerabilities, of course. In the second half, they could and should have widened the scoreline and boosted their goal difference, which may well come into play given the qualities of these two title rivals. Leandro Trossard played Gyökeres through on 56 minutes, his shot going straight at Leno. Riccardo Calafiori struck the crossbar with a header off a Noni Madueke corner and Max Daumann dragged wide after a mazy run. Still, the job was completed early, which allowed Saka to be withdrawn at halftime and Declan Rice joined him on the sidelines near the hour mark as Arteta preserved his assets for Tuesday's second leg against Atletico. 6 points clear with 3 games to go. Arsenal are back in the driving seat and have their best attacker in Saka back. Now, it's time to hold their nerve.